The R. Kelly matter has gotten a lot of attention from a lot of people. One of the interviews that made waves and headlines in this matter is an interview CBS's Gayle King did with R. Kelly's live-in girlfriends. Let's listen to that and we'll give it some context in a moment.
You want to sing?
No.
No.
None of you have any singing ambitions?
No.
No.
That's that's another lie.
Yeah.
That's another lie.
Yeah.
Trust me. No, we did not
I
want
did
to
hear
do
that
singing.
you wanted to sing.
No,
I heard that you wanted
I did
to
not.
sing. So
let me tell you something about singing, actually.
Okay.
Before I even met R. Kelly, I told my parents I did not want to sing. My parents made singing like a job for me. It's not something I wanted to do. And not only that, I even tried to kill myself because I did not want to sing, as a cry out for help, to tell them this is not what I want to do with my life. This is not how I want to spend my life.
Yeah, your father told me that you had tried to take your life and that the only thing that made you happy was singing.
No.
And that's why he became involved with R. Kelly.
Let me tell you something.
To help you.
No.
Neither one of you want to sing. What do you want to do in terms of a job or career? Are you happy just doing what you're doing?
Honestly, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I haven't figured out what I want to do with my life, but I know when that time comes, we know Rob is going to support us regardless.
Right. Most definitely. He's our full support, and with his full support, and all we need is each other.
Okay, so that's one version of this story that we're hearing from the live-in girlfriends of R&B singer R. Kelly. Let's bring the panel into this. Philip Hamilton is here now, along with Michael Troiano from Las Vegas, Eklund Mercy from Atlanta. She's joining us as well. So maybe, Eklund, I can throw this question your way. What do we make of that interview from the live-in girlfriends? What's going on with that?
I mean, they've been pretty clear. They want to stay with Rob. They have no issues with their living arrangements. However, Stockholm syndrome always comes to mind when I watch this interview. They're still young yet. I would be curious to see a psychological evaluation to see if, in fact, what they're saying is indeed true.
Okay, Eklund, I couldn't hear what you said, but I'm assuming everybody else could hear it. So let me throw this question your way. Philip Hamilton in studio with me now. We listened to that discussion there from the live-in girlfriends, and they're saying, look, this guy is doing nothing wrong. He shouldn't be being blamed, and that's kind of part of the defense here. Then we've got other people saying that they're being brainwashed, and it's turning into this soap opera behind the scenes of legally what's being alleged and what the legal defense might be.
I mean, in terms of whatever their motivations are for being with him or why they were with him, when they got with him, I look at these two, I have to be frank with you, Aaron, as completely irrelevant to the overarching story that has been R. Kelly over the course of the last 25 years. I mean, I remember, being, 12, 13 years old around the time when his first album came out, and then the whole situation with Aaliyah and all of the other, the situations that occurred that were similar to that one over the years, which have led him to exactly where he is now, that led to that documentary that we saw, pre-Gayle King, that led to the Gayle King interview. These two just kind of fit into the overall arcing story of R. Kelly that has just frankly been a very sad story that has led to all of these federal indictments, these state indictments, and a lot of, I think, denial on his part. And from what I'm hearing in the interview with these two girls, a lot of denial on theirs as well.
Okay, and on it moves along. There's a PR battle being fought along with the actual litigation in this case. And of course, we have that explosive interview that R. Kelly himself did with Gayle King, the same interviewer with CBS. This is the explosive one. Let's look at it again.
But I'm not talking about the one case in which you were acquitted. I'm talking about the other cases where women have come forward and said, R. Kelly had sex with me when I was under the age of 18. R. Kelly was abusive to me emotionally and physically and verbally.
Okay.
R. Kelly took me in a black room where unspeakable things happened. This is what they're saying about you.
Not true.
These aren't old rumors.
Not true. Whether they're old rumors, new rumors,
why would they
future
say this
rumors,
about you?
Not true.
Well,
how stupid would it be for R. Kelly, with all I've been through in my way, way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. How stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were holding.
That's stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Don't Forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to, love me if you want, but just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Robert,
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. Y'all, I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly paused the interview to give Kelly a moment. His publicist helped calm him down.
I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're going to let the camera keep rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold all these women?
Okay, judge it for yourself. Let's bring Philip Hamilton back into the discussion here. So again, I have to think that that was done without the attorney turning around and saying, oh, that's a good idea to do that.
Unless he just wants a prima facie case for malpractice, then no. Nobody would advise him to go on there and make a fool of himself and, in a sense, make a lot of statements that ultimately we know are going to be used to contradict him and thereby impute his credibility. Like, we know these things, Aaron. And, a lot of like what ultimately he's talking about and running away from within the video, as Gail so eloquently put it, like, these aren't rumors. This has been stuff that's been out there for years. He has participated, with respect to like these videos and things along those lines. It's all out there. He was able to get acquitted on the 2008 case for, at best, we can put it, a technicality. That, again, this is unfinished business that I think the state of Illinois, desperately and quickly wants to take care of.
Michael Troiano in Las Vegas, your thoughts looking back at that interview. Look, I mean, again, we're talking about a high-profile defendant. We're talking about optics here. If you don't want to look like the sort of person who would lock someone up, then chances are you wouldn't give an interview like that where you're flying off the handle. Or do I have it wrong?
No, I wholeheartedly agree with you and Philip. I can't imagine in any scenario a criminal defense attorney advising his client to do that interview, especially at the point of the case of which we're at. It was embarrassing. It was maniacal. It was all over the place. It definitely did not make R. Kelly it didn't place him in any better light that could potentially help his case or his cause.
Exactly. We just have so much to try to unwind here, and that doesn't even get into just the pure legal mechanism of the actual charges here. But a lot of people are going to look at recordings like that, Michael, and turn around and say, hey, look, that's just what I need to know, and I watched it there with my own eyes. I said before, when that interview was initially done, that that's a goldmine for prosecutors. Do you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. If I was the prosecutor, that might be my entire opening statement, just playing that tirade in that interview with Gayle King and then start submitting the evidence.
Exactly. I said the same thing back then. Questions about whether or not it's relevant. I would try to find a way to argue that it is. We're going to take a break here on the Law and Crime Network and be back in just a moment.